All right, what is up, everyone? We are here for yet again another Total Conflict Undisputed, the very first official Total Conflict Undisputed card, Total Conflict Undisputed 1. We are here, everyone, for a very exciting card. For your main event, Donny versus ZedR, and your co-main, JJ Turner versus NM Proxer. Uh, those guys, in and of itself, don't need any introduction, quite frankly. But you know what? Let's go ahead and just get into the rest of the card. Before we get into the first fight, we're going to go ahead and take a look at our card lined up for tonight. Prime Doc versus Spider on the PlayStation. We're going to be going ahead and going past that fight. Shortly after that is Saj versus Nilkson on the PC. Highly diversified fights here tonight between PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. Finishing off your prelims is STK Mad Dog versus Nap on the Xbox. Starting off your main card is Ghosted versus Star on the PlayStation. Following that is a exciting fight between Eagle MMA, the relentless Eagle MMA, versus Quan Zar, who both guys are going to put on a very exciting fight. Eagle has claimed victory in fights between both of these men before and is looking to make it official at TC Undisputed 1. For your last main card before moving on into your co-main event and main event is the Doctor from Primetime versus Crow on Xbox. This is going to be a very exciting fight at the heavyweight division. For your co-main event, JJ Turner versus NM Proxer for the PlayStation title. And then for your main event, a fight that has been in the works for a long time, ZedR versus Donny for your PC title. If all of you are ready, I am certainly ready. Just so you all know, hey, it's just me tonight. It's just your boy. It's just your boy tonight, but you know what? It's okay. We're going to make the best of it. It's a very exciting. Sorry, I'm confused by some things, but anyway, we're gonna go ahead and move in to our very first fight of the night. Prime Doc versus Spider, both of which guys have had good, exciting fights here at Total Conflict before. So let's go ahead and move straight on into it. In the midst of that, I'm also gonna try and readjust some shit. Okay, that has not made things better, but that's okay. Listen, fuck. Why does that look so off center? Okay, that looks somewhat better. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. I gotta adjust the volume down here, get a little bit of game volume. For the very first time tonight, I am able to see chat in real time, like I mentioned in the Discord. For anyone who is new and joining us for the first time tonight, first of all, thank you. Secondly, if you haven't yet, hit us with the follow. We are everywhere that you can find us: Twitter, Instagram. We're all over TikTok now. So please follow us where you're at. Join the Discord if you're not already in there. But without further ado, your very first fight tonight between Prime Doc and Spider using Usyk versus Ali. This is shaping up already to be a very exciting, very first fight to start off our card. A couple little walkouts and intros. The very cold corpse of Jimmy Lennon Jr. Introducing our fighters tonight. Let's see if I can get this volume up a little bit, just a little bit for you guys. Thankfully, both, or at least the streamer, what the fuck is happening with my shit? Thankfully, the streamer was you know, conscious enough to take the commentary off, which we appreciate. But both fighters are already out swinging and looking for their openings. Prime Dog already working the body in this first round. Big hook missed by Prime Dog and paid the price with a body shot. Prime doing a good job with the footwork, getting in and out of and staying off the center line. Nice body shot there from Doc. Spider's having some good work upstairs with the hooks. He's gonna have to start using that reach. Couple little jabs on the inside. It's not gonna do much for Spider, but nice head movement. Absolutely stacked card indeed tonight. From top to bottom. .45 seconds left in this first round, and both guys have stayed active, but no one's really landed anything too tremendous or dire. Both guys kind of taken a moment to find their rhythm and find their patterns, but a little wild swinging here in the last 20 seconds. Oh, nice straight right there from Spider. Lands hard on the chin of Doc in the very last moment of the first round. That did quite a bit of damage. But here we are moving on into the second round. Not really finding their shots there for a moment. But however, standing directly in front of each other. So kind of surprising that neither guy was able to hit each other. Spider's seeming to have a difficult time landing on the head now, with Doc's, swaying back, and it's kind of keeping Doc safe just by swaying back, not really having to worry too much about other, type of head movement. Doc doing very good with the counter shot there. Oh, and he takes a quick left upstairs. Oh. And Doc seems to not have any type of respect for his opponent here in the second round, just willing to stand right in front of him. But that is not going to be conducive to a good game plan, because he has taken a very strong left over the top, and it has caused a backstep in his game, but he is coming out swinging still. Oh, and Spider's having a difficult time reaching his man. Oh my god. Oh, was he rocked for a moment? Oh. And Spider seems to not have the right idea in mind in terms of footwork. He is consistently moving into Prime Doc's power hand, and that is only going to lead Spider into looking up at the lights, but not this round, as he's able to survive. But definitely something to keep an eye out on. Spider's moving into Doc's power hand. It is definitely going to be a detriment. He needs to start moving into Doc's jab in that direction to start, forcing. There he goes. Start forcing Doc into his power shot. But we'll see how the rest of this fight plays out. Not too many rounds do these prelims have, with only 6. So you kind of need to work quick. But that's kind of the incentive to move on up the card and get these wins in these prelims. Is when you do move up the card, you get more rounds until you eventually get to that title fight. We got 12. But 2 minutes still left on the clock in this third round, and a big shot lands over the top for Prime Doc. Ooh. Ooh, a nice little body work from Doc. Still moving his head, but he's getting a little tagged up to the body as well. Shout out to NM Coxie in chat with all the flavorful things to say about me. I appreciate you. Very nice. It's very nice, but we are not here for me tonight. We are here for the competitors because they are the ones who are putting on an excellent show, and a big shot over the top lands for Spider. He has been landing the left hook consistently tonight. 10 seconds on the clock. And big shots are still being thrown by these guys. Doc probably feeling like he needs to start getting some shots back. Oh, and a straight right is eaten by Doc. We are moving into the fourth round. Each fighter taking a round so far, back and forth. This could oh! And a huge shot is landed for Spider out of nowhere. Just lands the straight right and hurts his man. Doc still, you know, having a strong game face and staying in the fight, but he is eating shots, and Doc really needs to be careful. Oh my God! And Spider's on the receiving end of tremendous amount of punishment. Is he gonna be able to survive? It looks like it for now. Oh my God! And he's throwing back. He's still possibly hurt, still trying to recover. He's not completely with it, but he's also got an excellent game face, the Spider. I have scared the absolute fuck out of my cat. Fuck. That was absolutely stunning work there from Spider with the straight right, completely possibly stealing this round. He has to stay safe. He's landing some excellent shots here. Oh, and man, it looks like Doc is really starting to pay the price of eating so many body shots over these past couple rounds. Just a little under 25 seconds left, and this has been a tremendous round for Spider. And what a huge fight starting off our card. TC Undisputed 1 between Prime Doc and Spider. These guys are throwing everything. Wow. Wow. These guys are absolutely throwing down in the middle of the ring. Reckless Abandon was just performed for the last 35 seconds at least of that round. And they have a whole fresh round in front of them with one more still available to go after this. These guys have been absolute warriors inside of this ring here tonight. Big overhand, just barely grazes his man. Oh, and he's landed there. I'm telling you that lead hook has been landing excellently for Spider here tonight. Oh! I missed it. I don't even know what shot got him. I'm gonna have to watch the VOD to see what shot got him. Maybe, hopefully, somebody in chat can tell me what actually caught Prime Doc. But so many shots did Doc absorb here tonight. And he has finally started to pay the price. Possibly once thinking that the fight was his, has completely been stolen away. And Spider doing a class job at landing huge shots on Doc. Oh my God! And Spider is looking up at the lights his own round. Oh my God, I don't even know what to say. This is madness. The same round that Spider was doing so well in just got stolen from him. And this fight is completely changed once again. Huge shots from Doc. 15 seconds left on the clock. This has been a huge round for both fighters and quite possibly may have stolen this fight back for Doc. I'm seeing from Coxie in the chat that it was most likely the lead hook from Spider that landed and dropped Doc, but Doc getting back his own knockdown that round was a tremendous moment for both fighters. Here we are, just a little under 3 minutes on the clock in this very last round, and both guys have the absolute intention of finding the knockout. Spider with an excellent timing of all his shots here. Oh, and the body shots landed from Prime. Oh, the straight right. Both guys standing directly in front of each other. Oh my goodness, the shots from Doc, the upstairs and down, doing very well. He definitely needs to stay more defensively sound though. He's doing a lot of head movement, but he's still getting chopped at. Possibly taking this round a little slower between these guys just because it is a heavyweight fight and it is the very last round, so both these guys are tired, which makes it that much more dangerous. Either guy could put either one out, but man, both these guys have done so much here tonight, and it is really a gamble of who's going to win. Oh my goodness, the last couple shots and combo landed. Oh my God, am I wrong? Was I reading the rounds incorrectly? Was that not the 6th round? Or is this the 7th round? Pause. Am I incorrect? Oh, okay, these are 8-rounders. Okay, my bad. Sorry guys, didn't mean to completely fuck up your beginning moments of that round. That's my bad. Yeah, okay, that's my mistake. I'm probably gonna keep making that mistake. That would have been nice from the back. If I was like, to be told that earlier when I was like, oh, 6 rounds, yeah. But whatever. It is what it is. For the rest of the card, I won't make that mistake. But chances are I probably will next week. But anyway, here we are in the 7th round with still one more to go. And not quite the last round that they thought that it was. Both these guys have 2 more to go on the clock, and probably, while not being expected to go that way, big shots are still being landed from both guys as a huge bunch of shots are landed from both fighters. And Spider's back is up against the ropes, and he is getting absolute bombs planted into him. Oh, the body shot cripples him. Sometimes I just don't even know what to say. And while Spider is able to get back to his feet, with only a couple seconds left to this round, he does have one more, and this is actually legitimate. Like, he does actually have one more round after this. No more, no less, I promise. But an excellent round. Uh-oh. Okay. An excellent round for Doc that was achieved there. Still able to build off the momentum, and he is doing excellently with these body shots. Oh! Definitely going to need to stay covered up, though, if the plan is to continue to stand directly in front of his opponent. Because Spider is willing to do that and is willing to throw in the pocket and land. Oh, the overhand. Still just a little over a minute in this very last round. A lot of time to work, and big shots are being landed from Spider. Oh, a nice body counter shot. Oh, but man, both guys are still extremely deadly, and either shot is a huge opportunity. Oh! Oh, the body work from Doc is just relentless. Oh my goodness. Downstairs for one and upstairs for the other. Both guys trading shots. Oh, and a beautiful hook upstairs for Spider. 5 seconds left on the clock. Oh, upstairs. And we have finally come to the judge's decision, and Prime Doc leaves as the unanimous decision winner. Wow. What an absolutely insane back and forth fight between both guys that could not have come out to be any better. Quite frankly, that was an excellent fight. Thank you between both fighters, both Doc and Spider, but congratulations to Doc, a well-deserved victory. But with that said, we are going to quickly move on to the next fight on the PC between Saj and Nilkson. Now, I am not extremely familiar with Nilkson. However, I know that myself and the rest of Total Conflict is very familiar with Saj, a very tenacious fighter, someone who does not give up, and we're gonna go ahead and move in to his next fight against Nilkson. Now, these guys look like they are lobbied up and choosing their fighters. I'm going to give them a moment. Like I said, we've seen Saj fight before, and he is, he's scrappy, man. He's scrappy. So, but what a way to start off our card here tonight between Doc and Spider. If either one of you fellows are in chat, you know, shout out to you guys. That was a excellent fight. Thoroughly enjoyable to watch. But here we are. The picks are insane. Tyson Fury for Saj and Tommy Morrison for Nilkson. This is a absolute madness. This is absolute madness. But here we are. here we are. The reality of it all is about to unfold. Let's go ahead and get this volume up. It does not look like Saj has his volume, the game volume on, but that is okay. We will do the best that we can. We don't always need in-game volume, you know. Sometimes it is what it is. But yes, here we are, the very first round of 8. Tyson Fury used by Saj and Tommy Morrison by Nilkson. Now, like I said, I believe this is Nilkson's debut here at Total Conflict Undisputed. Now, maybe, perhaps, the newest part of our community, the PC community, can perhaps fill me in about Nilkson. You know, I've not seen too many Undisputed cards outside of our own, so I'm sure Nilkson has a bit of a competitive career outside of Total Conflict. However, Saj doing very good with the pick so far with Tyson Fury, making Nilkson work for those body shots and all the shots upstairs, but Nilkson not having a lot of success landing, although he probably could. There's a good, oh, nice shot upstairs landed for Nilkson. It is kind of hard to tell. Little over a minute, or excuse me, a little under a minute on the clock of this first round, but it's hard to tell when shots are and are not landing. You know, just due to desync. So it's hard to tell with no volume, but you know, we're doing the best we can with hit reactions and counter shots and, you know, what have you. So from what it looks like Nilkson is having a kind of a difficult time, and Saj is doing an excellent time with keeping distance and landing shots from the outside and with excellent movement. I hear from Coxie, says in chat, you can lose versus Tommy as Fury. 100% Coxie. I think, I mean, I imagine that this can be played much like the UFC games where any fighter can beat any fighter. You know, it really, a large part of it is dependent on the player. So listen, I'm not a very good player at UFC 5, and Verse will be the first one to tell you that he's beaten me with Sam Alvey. So, you know, I'm not gonna complain and say that middleweight's not my weight class, and I fucking hate fighting at anything above welterweight. But you know, the facts are what they are. But we're not talking about UFC or MMA. 2 minutes on the clock, and we are here for a undisputed fight between Saj and Nilkson. Nilkson starting to kind of force Saj a little bit to kind of stand in front of him and maybe accept some of these shots. And this is, I think that's kind of what he wants a little bit more of, is that Nilkson needs to pressure Saj and kind of force him into these corners. And once Saj starts to kind of like do these stepping out and stepping around, like get those hooks going and work down low, work the body. But you know, Nilkson is having a very difficult time finding success and landing on his opponent, while Saj is doing, I mean, working effortlessly to tag his man. Oh, and a nice counter shot landed, and nice uppercut. Oh, and a nice straight right landed for... Man, it's hard to keep up with these guys sometimes. These guys are just throwing and countering so quickly. Oh, man. Saj being absolutely merciless. Landing 2 or 3 or 4 extra shots after the bell. Oh, excuse me. All right. Sorry. Here we are moving into the third round, and a beautiful straight right lands for Nilkson. Kind of pops Saj's head back a little bit, stuns him, but Saj staying in him. And this is a perfect opportunity for Nilkson. That is just the moment he wanted it and let it escape from him. Let's see if he can get it back over the course of the next couple rounds. This is excellent. This is just what he wants, and he's let it go once again. There are going to be moments where Nilkson is going to become privy, if he has not yet already, that the best chances he's going to have tonight are to back Saj up against the ropes and keep him there. And it seems like he's starting to learn that. Oh, and a beautiful straight right lands for Nilkson. Oh, and another counter shot upstairs from Nilkson. Nilkson doing a good job when he's able to close the distance. Oh, and land. He's able to do a lot of damage, but Saj is not able, to do much to keep Nilkson off of him. And Saj is, for the first time, finding himself on the canvas, able to get back to his feet very quickly, obviously seeing that it's only the first drop, but that is a huge point for Nilkson, for the judges, and possibly setting Nilkson up for a victorious fight. But that is something that now that Nilkson has the momentum, he's going to have to build off of it and not allow Saj to come back. Couple seconds left, and that is the end of the round. A huge round for Nilkson. Tremendous. And Saj is definitely going to have to stay on the bike and make sure that he does not allow Nilkson to get anywhere near him. It is absolutely a game of, using your strikes like a spear and letting that dude stay at a huge distance. I mean, because you have the length. So, you need to make sure this dude is nowhere near you. And staying in the pocket like that is not beneficial for Saj, although he's landing big shots. He's definitely not doing himself any favors being up against the ropes like that, though. And Nilkson doing a good job starting to advance and find opportunity against Saj. This is turning out to be a chess match between both guys. Nilkson finding opportunity and huge shots when finding himself on the inside, and Saj doing a fuck. I don't know why you guys like hearing me. I don't know why you guys like listening to me commentate. I'm fucking ass. Saj doing what he can to keep himself at distance and eating tremendous shots. Not doing very well at staying off the ropes, but he has landed a big shot that rocked Nilkson for a moment, but Nilkson already coming back, staying relentless and on top of Saj. Saj is finding himself in the corner again. These are big moments for Nilkson. Nilkson staying on top of Saj. And this is a huge moment for Nilkson. Nilkson having the opportunity to drop Saj again. Saj doing everything he can to stay at distance. Nilkson doing everything that he can to pour on top of Saj. Oh my goodness. Couple seconds left. Big body shots for Nilkson. Oh, he's not going to be... Oh! Oh my god, I thought he was going to drop him in the very absolute last moment of that round. He didn't do it, but boy did he land some big shots. Nilkson is doing a huge, I don't know what the fuck he's doing that's huge, but he is having extreme success here tonight. His game plan has completely changed, and he is forward and huge on the pressure. And that is exactly what he needed to do to find success. Saj was doing everything right from the beginning, but it is no longer working now that Nilkson is doing everything correctly. Nilkson is cutting off the ring both with footwork and strikes every time Saj tries to move around. Nilsson is cutting him off with a hook. Just like that, although Nilsson was way off the mark there, but still, like, he is doing excellently. Saj is having to rethink his game plan. Getting a couple big shots in there is Saj, but still, this fight is going in Nilsson's way. Nilsson having a little bit of a difficult time getting on the inside there, but cutting off the ring. Oh, and he's eating huge shots from Saj. Saj has 2 minutes on the clock to make work of his opponent, but he's going to take his time. A jab straight lands for Saj. Oh, both guys landing big shots. Oh, and a couple jabs is able to get Saj's footwork going. Oh my goodness, Saj absolutely doing a much better job at using his reach here tonight. Oh, and not so much anymore as I say that, finding himself up against the ropes. Oh, and Nilsson is starting to pour it on again. Oh, a big shot. What the fuck? I just heard that. There like is audio now. What the fuck is happening here? Oh my goodness, and Saj has a big shot opportunity in front of him. He's doing everything he can to land on a very wobbled Nilsson, but Nilsson is able to survive and take opportunity in a tired Saj. Saj walking directly into big shots. Oh, and he eats a hook over the top and another one. He still stands somehow, but big shots down low. Oh, and Nilsson is all over him. Oh my God. Wow. This fight is just once again back and forth, and Total Conflict is once again delivering on extremely exciting fights. Oh my God. I can't fucking keep up, yo. This shit's madness. I'm seeing people in chat saying that that Saj should probably, maybe try and incorporate the push function into his game. That may or may not be too late. Big straight right lands for Saj. And Saj still doing a relatively good job at trying to stay on the outside, but big shots are still landing for Nilsson. Nilsson taking advantage of how often he's got his opponent standing directly in front of him. Big shots still landed from Saj. 1-2s and a huge hook over the top. Oh, and a big overhand straight right. Oh, and Saj is all over his opponent. Oh my God, Nilsson, you need to move. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Nilsson finding himself looking up at the lights in a fight that was very much once his. Nilsson not yet out of the fight just yet, standing back up after the standing 8, and he is ready to get back in. A little over a minute left in this round with 2 more ready to go. Oh, and big shots like that being whiffed that hard from Nilsson is not going to do him any favors. He needs to close the distance just like this and get on his man. Oh, but he needs to avoid those big straight rights because they are landing almost every time for Saj. Oh, and a big overhand straight. Oh! And make no mistake, Saj is definitely hurting and doing his best to stay away from all these huge shots from Nilsson. Nilsson doing a good job with the head movement now. The leaning back is what's really giving him the most problems because when he leans back, that's when he's eating that big straight right from Saj. If he can stop leaning back so much and start swaying a little bit more, he's going to be able to avoid those big shots and, really get a big counter off and possibly even steal this fight back in his name. 40 seconds still left for these fighters to recover, and quite frankly, I don't blame them for putting the controller down and giving the fight a second for them to relax. But They are done relaxing and back at it. A completely tie fight at 56 and 56. We are moving on. 7th round. These guys are absolute warriors once again. Fight after fight. Total Conflict does not disappoint. I wonder what my neighbors in my apartment think of me. They must think I'm a fucking... They must think I get paid so much to do this. But anyway. Oh, big straight rights traded from both guys there. Saj really on the head movement to keep himself safe. Oh, and a 1, 2, 3 landed for Saj. Oh, and Saj eats a huge shot over the top. Oh, and he lands a straight right in response. Still trying to land those straight rights. That is something kind of a last-ditch resort, it looks like, for Saj, trying to step back and straight right. But being in the corner like this is not doing himself any favors. Nilsson needs to stop moving back. Oh, and the doctor is coming in. Nilsson is looking rough. The doctor very much could stop the fight. Oh, no, they're going to let it go. They're going to let it go. Oh, and Nilsson really needs to cover up and take care of that absolutely battered face while doing his best to come back and find this round in his name. This fight so far is going to a draw, but one more round still in the books for them to find a result between these guys. Oh, and a couple shots just glided off. Man, these guys are nuts. Yeah, that's right, Verse. I do remember Saj said that he was looking to make a statement tonight. Oh, and he lands again on that same side. Man, it looks like Nilsson's face is absolutely battered, and they are calling the fight. Unfortunately, Nilsson can take no more punishment, and Saj has done exactly what he said in making a statement tonight. You can knock me down, but you cannot knock me out. Wow. An insane fight between both guys. I mean, fight after fight after fight here tonight. It is going to be difficult for the award givers to give anyone fight of the night or performance of the night, because good lord, everyone deserves it here so far. But we are moving on to our very last prelim here tonight. First of all, before we do, let me just say, and I'm gonna knock on some wood, so far everything has been extremely smooth. Both the stream wrangling, you guys lobbying up, you guys being here, you guys have been amazing so far. You are why this card is going so well. So thank you guys. So let's go ahead and get right into it. STK Mad Dog versus Nap on the Xbox. This is already shaping up to be an excellent fight. We're gonna go ahead and move right into it. These guys are choosing their fighters and ready to go. Verse says that I am glazing the community, and quite frankly, nobody ever glazes the community, and sometimes they deserve it. When they do good, they deserve it. So the community is doing excellently right now. Excuse me. Yeah, sorry. The community is doing great right now. Nap coming into this fight with a 9-0 record, not Total Conflict record, in-game record. Mad Dog with 28-1. This is going to be a great fight between Canelo Alvarez and Roy Jones Jr. This fight, quite frankly, could not start soon enough. Mad Dog, known within the community as a a tremendously exciting fighter. Undisputed, UFC, whatever kind of game you give him, that guy is going to live and die by the sword. Now, Nap, I'm not hugely familiar with, but we'll see what he can do here tonight. I just gotta appreciate that there have been so many Xbox fights lately and Xbox signups. That's been amazing, guys. We appreciate it because Xbox typically suffers in our communities. So you guys on Xbox are doing awesome in keeping it alive in Total Conflict. We want to see more of it. If you have people who are who are on Xbox, who are competing or who want to compete, get them in here, get them signed up on Discord. It's super easy, as you already know. And let's get some more Xbox people in here. Let's get some more PlayStation users, although we don't need any more PlayStation users. Let's get some more PC players. That's what we want to see. We want to see as many people as possible to put on the absolute best cards. And because we've had so many signups and so many people interested in Total Conflict, this is the product you get. These are the fights that you get. And it has been nothing but exciting fights here tonight. And we are moving on to the very next exciting fight here tonight between Nap and Mad Dog. Oh, and big shots already being thrown out in the beginning of this very first round. No feeling out process, just digging to the body immediately is Mad Dog, but nothing short of expectation coming from him. Oh, and a lead left hook of Canelo's 100% phasing through Roy Jones Jr. like it never fucking happened, like he's a specter out there. Oh, man. And oh my goodness, his body is absolutely grinded. In this first round, there's a good chance we are going to see Nap staring up at the lights due to all this body work from Mad Dog. Mad Dog doing an excellent job getting things set up upstairs just to land the power shots downstairs. Now, forgive me, I don't think he's even really using power shots. I think he's just doing a good job boxing, but powerful shots nonetheless. Oh my goodness, Nap is really having a difficult time out there, keeping Mad Dog respectful, and Mad Dog is just still doing anything he wants to his opponent in terms of landing to the body. And quite frankly, I am surprised that it even has gotten out of this first round. Oh. And I think the very first power shot that was genuinely landed was at the very end of that round at the bell from Nap. But immediately coming out strong for both guys in the second round. And you can see that Mad Dog is barely even guarding. He has absolutely no respect for his opponent. Nap throwing everything but the towel in this fight. Oh, and that is gonna have Nap collapsed in any moment if he keeps throwing like this. Was this a fix? Was this yo, I think Verse needs to go under investigation for matchmaking this, because this seems like a fix. This seems like a work. Is Nap throwing this fight, or like what's never mind. Nap is coming back in a big way. All the disrespect has put Mad Dog in a bad position. Oh, and Mad Dog still not defending himself at all. Still completely having no respect for his opponent, whether it be high or low. Mad Dog is 100% all of his points in offense and no points in defense. A big shot lands for Mad Dog there, and that is exactly what he expected would happen. Continued throwing from Nap, missing and whiffing, sometimes getting his opponent and still not doing a whole lot of damage. Power shot, big whiff. Coming over the top is Nap. Still not defending is Mad Dog, even while he's hurt. Oh, and now he is. Okay. All right, now. Oh, and a big shot down low drops Mad Dog. This is becoming a much more difficult fight for Mad Dog than I think he allowed himself to believe. But now that he's been dropped a couple times, there's a good chance that the dog is going to come out in him, and he is going to be completely relentless on his opponent. The third round is starting off strong. Oh, Mad Dog with a big left hand over the top. Oh, and he's still landing. Oh. Oh, and still shots being whiffed from Nap. Big overhand left lands for Mad Dog. And big body shots landed for Nap to the body. I guess that's where body shots would land, to the body. Stupid. Fucking dumbass commentator. Shut the fuck up. God. Alright, anyway, back to this fight. 1:30 on the clock. And while Mad Dog has been throwing a couple shots that have been big landing shots and have been hurting his opponent, he is still not taking any part of this fight seriously. And anyone with an educated eye would see that. Or he's selling this fight. Oh, tripling up on the same side to the body as Mad Dog. Big shot whiffed from Mad Dog there. Staying on the bicycle. 40 seconds left on the clock in this third round. Oh. Oh, and a nice overhand from Nap. Nap's stamina is really suffering in these last couple rounds, and quite frankly, it is not going to allow him to throw too many power shots like that. However, this fight is so far coming out as a draw like we saw in the last fight. I think Mad Dog might be starting to get a little concerned about how much of this fight he's letting go. Still not really blocking, still not taking it seriously, and you can see why. A huge shot drops his man, and oh wow, I thought that was going to be an instant knockout. Wow. Whew. Pug is in chat asking if it's just him or do the Xbox players not have boxing IQ. Pug, I'm on Xbox. I'd like to think I have some kind of boxing IQ, but I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. Nap is Nap. I think. Listen, here's what I think. Here's how I see it. This is either Verse actually paid Nap to lose this fight, which could be likely. I could see that happening. Or Verse mismatched this, like, tremendously. Oh my goodness. Which I could also see being the case. So, you know, who knows? But we are about to come to the end of this 4th round. Oh my god, and a tremendous overhand for the final moment of the round lands for Mad Dog. Mad Dog might possibly just wait to bring it all out until the very end, but his opponent is exhausted after eating so many shots to the body. Big shots still being landed for Mad Dog. And Nap just completely whiffing most of these shots. Trying to get some power shots in is Nap, but not allowing is the stamina. And I don't know what the fuck happened there for a moment. Y'all saw that, right? You guys saw that? What happened with Mad Dog striking there for a moment when Nap was rocked? What in the hell? Anyway, back up to his feet is Nap after getting knocked down from Mad Dog. Mad Dog still in the pocket, not really defending himself that much. Doubling up on the same side with hooks, landing a hook upstairs, and another one drops his man again in this round. A little over a minute on the clock, and Nap is staring up at the lights, possibly taking a nap this round. Oh my goodness. Oh my god! Almost back to his feet, and he has been knocked out. Possibly by accident, having been this round that he was knocked out, but Mad Dog gets the knockout nonetheless with Roy Jones Jr. and an excellent fight it was. Well, I'm not gonna try and bullshit you guys. I'm not gonna try and bullshit you. We all saw the fight. We all saw the same fight. Come on, let's not pretend. Nap, you did a good job. I think you need to be matched up against someone who's a little bit more your skill level, unfortunately. But Mad Dog, you did everything. Well, that's not true either. You didn't do everything that you needed to do because it's not like you tried in that fight. But you did a good job. You did a good job. You got the knockout. And you sold the fight. So it is what it is. However, that finishes off your prelims, and we are moving on to a PlayStation fight between Ghosted versus Star. Excuse me, Star typically would have been commentating, but for I guess it's just me, so that's okay. So Star has moved from commentating to competing. Here at Undisputed, Star coming into the fight with a 0-4 in-game record. Excuse me, Ghosted coming in with a 95, 34, and 3 in-game records. So let's go ahead and move on over to these guys who are already lobbied up. This should be a good fight because I know that Star was very excited for this game to hit consoles and for the Undisputed side of things to get going. So we are very interested in seeing him compete here tonight. But yes, congratulations to Mad Dog. Mad Dog, you put on a good performance, so and you got the win. So congratulations. I'm looking more forward to seeing like somebody who you can like really compete against. That's what I want to see. We've all seen you compete in MMA, but I think your career in Undisputed has still yet to be tested. So that's what I'd like to see, but you know, we're gonna go ahead. We'll cross that bridge when we get there in Total Conflict. Moving on into the main card is Ghosted versus Star. We are going to start this fight here in just a moment. Starting off between Sugar Ray Robinson and Sergio Martinez. Is it? How's Real quick, guys. How's the volume? How's everything sound? How's the audio? Does everything sound okay? Is the in-game volume too loud? Am I too loud? Am I too quiet? Oh my goodness! Big shots being landed. Okay, alright, cool. Alright, I gotta stop paying attention to chat and pay attention to this fight. Star landing the 1-2. With the southpaw fighter. Ghosted doing a good job at circling off to his left, which is what you want to do against the southpaw. You want to circle off into their jab hand and away from their power shot. But Star getting a little, possibly even listening to commentary, getting a little privy to it, opening up with the lead hook. You got to be careful because once the southpaw fighter starts to become privy to it, then you're going to want to try and circle away from their lead hook, and then unfortunately you're going to circle into their power hand, which, you know, doesn't work out for you most times. Most times it's hard to counter that. So now maybe it's because I wasn't paying attention for the first like minute and a half of that fight. I'm sorry, I apologize, but it seems like these guys are kind of, damn, it's getting dark out. It's kind of taking their time. Seems like it's a little bit more, not a relaxed fight, but you know, these guys have 8 rounds, so they look like they're trying to take their time, find their timing, find their distance. Star looking to work heavily off the jab here tonight. I think he needs to take advantage of the fact that he's using a southpaw fighter, which most people are not comfortable fighting against. You know, people will say that southpaw and orthodox don't really mean anything in game, and that is a hill that I'm willing to die on, because I say it does every time. Even if it's a game that's not developed to have it mean anything or play a significant anything, it's IQ. It's like, it's IQ. So, oh, big shot landed there from Ghosted. Kind of, you know, put Star on notice. But Star keeping center of the ring. Still working off the jab, though. Oh, a nice little counter jab landed for Star. Star trying to force his opponent into his power hand with the jab lead hook. Oh, and a big shot landed there from Ghosted before breaking away. Oh, and a big power shot is whiffed there from Star. And those jabs up close like that are not going to work out for Star, unfortunately. I'd like to see a little bit more body work from Star. You know, especially the rear hooks to the body, I think would pay huge for Star. But nonetheless, we have escaped the first round, and we are going to be moving on into the second here in just a moment. Excuse me, was that the second round? Moving on to the third. Excuse me. Yeah, I'd love to hear what people's thoughts are on this fight, because this is not as much of a war as we've seen in past fights here tonight. This seems like much more of a, nuanced chess match between these two guys. So, ooh, nice little counter shot there, landed for Ghost. And seems like what I was just saying no longer is applicable, as these guys are starting to open up here in this third round, probably with the idea that They do only have 8 rounds, and while in the first round that might seem like a lot, and by the third round you realize you don't have many rounds left. Oh, and a big combo lands for Ghosted, puts Star on notice. Star is still hurt, and his back is up against the ropes, eating shots, and he's down! Star is down for the first time here tonight in the third round, and while he's going to be able to easily get back to his feet in a 5 count, he is getting back out there, realizing that his game plan is not quite working out as well as he would have liked, and he's going to have to start to come up with something new. You know, like I said, like he needs more body work. But the thing with Star is that not only is he going to need more body work, beautiful left, overhand from over the top for Star lands. Not only is Star going to need more body work, he needs a lesson in cutting off the ring, because his opponent is making it effortless to get away from him. Not only is the length a huge factor in this fight, but Ghosted is doing excellently with his footwork. He's able to get in and out of danger, land on his opponent, and get out of the way before something big comes his way. But Star is definitely going to need to cut off the ring and get this man into a corner so he can start throwing the kitchen sink, the stove, the oven, the fridge, the whole fucking foundation of the house, because this fight is quickly being stolen from Star. Oh, and a big shot over the top lands for Ghosted. Ghosted still on the display with excellent footwork. He's stunned there for a moment with the body shots. Those were good body shots there from Star. Star needs more of that. He needs to get his man in a corner. Pressure with presence. You don't always have to pressure with strikes. I say it all the time. You can pressure just by being there. Just in and out movement. And forcing your opponent to move around. Fuck, you got a push function that works better in this game than it does in UFC. Like, push your man into a corner if you have to, but do anything you can to get this man on the ropes so that you can start digging into the body. Oh! A beautiful left hook into the straight right lands for Ghosted. Oh, and another overhand right there for Ghosted. Oh, and the left hook. Oh, and a beautiful overhand. Oh my goodness, Ghosted is just, every time Star drops his block, Ghosted is right there with either a quick left hook or overhand right. Ghosted is doing very well here tonight. As long as his footwork doesn't change and he stays on the bicycle and keeps doing what he's doing, he is going to have a very easy night here tonight. With half of this fight in the books, we have 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock of this 5th round. And Star is still looking for shots up top, not the focus that I think is what he needs most, but he is still investing. Oh, and a powerful body shot lands for Star as he cuts off the ring to his opponent. That was a beautiful execution of what he needs most of. Oh, and a jab hurts Star for a moment, sends him reeling backwards, but Star is still responding with his own counter shots. Still needs to do a little better at cutting off the ring, much like how it works for a orthodox fighter on a southpaw, where you have to step to the outside of their jab. As the southpaw fighter, it works the same way. Step to their jab side and you will have them stepping into your power shot. Oh, and he eats a couple shots up top, does Star. Still standing with 15 seconds left on the clock, and Star still trying to get his man up against the ropes. Not having pushed yet might be an option. Oh, and a jab counter lands for Star.
Okay, how do you feel? How do you feel? All right, breathe, focus. Just get that oxygen back in your body. Come on, breathe, and relax. Breathe, relax. Let's go.
Round 6, and here we are. Oh, and a nice couple shots landed there for Ghosted. A lot of support in the chat for Ghosted right now. He's been doing a very good job in this fight. Not a whole lot has been done to stop him. I think people have even been asking, like, how many rounds is Ghosted up on. Quite frankly, he may be winning all of these so far. He may be winning every round so far. There's a good chance. But just a little under 2 minutes left on the clock of this 6th round, and still plenty of time for Star to come back with something big, but he's going to need to be careful with how he whiffs these shots, because how he does it will sometimes leave him open, and while his opponent's only been landing jabs to counter with, he's eventually going to counter with something much bigger. Oh, and big hooks landing through and over the block for Star. Oh, and just about walked into that overhand left for Star. Oh, and big shots landed for Ghosted. Oh, sorry, I had to take my ring off. I think it's like swelling my finger. Oh my goodness. Both guys landing big shots. Both guys hurt through the process. 10 seconds left on the clock. Ugh. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I apologize that I keep yawning so much. I don't mean to.
Don't let him get that confidence. He's going to be stressing about his gas tank. And keep whacking into the body. Just do it.
All right. Well, it does not look like Ghosted has won every round, but despite that, he is still in the lead by at least 1 round. But this might put a little bit of a flame under his ass to get that knockdown and find himself with a 10-8 round to really start to pull away, because this is very much going in the way of a decision. And I don't know what kind of shot just landed there, but definitely a big one, because, man, that did hurt Star. But Star is able to keep on a retreat for a moment to recover, but not recovered enough, and big shots are being landed. Oh, and Star takes a knee and saves himself. Probably very smart of Star to do, as he was starting to get overwhelmed. And back into it with 1:15 on the clock. Star's really going to have to come back with something big, because I think I was right when I said that, Ghosted is probably feeling like he really needs to get a 10-8 round to start to peel away with the judge's decision. But, 45 seconds on the clock of this 7th round. One more round in the books still left to go, but Man, these guys have been going at it in a very analytical way, and it looks like Ghosted may be doing exactly what I said at the beginning of this round and running away with this fight. And I'm sure with the taunt there from Star, he's probably feeling very much the same, that Ghosted is running away with this fight.
Okay, how do you feel? How do you feel? All right, breathe, breathe, focus. Let's get that oxygen back in your body. Come on, breathe, breathe, and relax. Breathe and relax. Right. Okay, LGC.
Here we are, very last round between Ghosted and Star. This has been a great fight, back and forth, starting off your main card. And it looks like a fire under Star has been lit as he tries to come back out the gates in this last round, swinging hard, trying to get that knockdown back. Oh my goodness, and Star is really swinging to get something big, but he eats a huge shot up top. Oh, and he delivers one his own. Oh my goodness, a big overhand lands for Star, and Star for the first time pushes his man back, and that may have been a huge key factor that would have helped throughout this fight. Oh my goodness, the shots landed from both guys are huge. Oh, the overhand lands for Star. Star's still in it. Both guys throwing hard in this last round. 50 seconds on the clock. Oh, big shot. Oh man, Star really investing in those hooks up top now. Oh, and Star eating a couple shots his own. Oh my goodness, man, Star was really looking for that knockout shot there at the end. Wow, and going to a judge's decision. I think we all saw this coming, but Ghosted is leaving with the win and a judge's decision by unanimous decision. A very good fight between both fellas. That was excellent. Judging by the scorecards, yes, we can see the judges realize that Ghosted had this fight pretty much from start to finish. But with that said, we are going to go ahead and move on to the next main card fight between someone who's been in the chat all night, NM Coxie versus Kwanzar on the PlayStation. Another PlayStation fight. These guys look like they are almost ready. It looks like we're going with Kwan's stream, and he is streaming and picking a fighter. Whoops, I just transitioned to the same screen. I hate when I do that. Let's go ahead and move on over to them. We'll watch Kwan choose his fighter for a moment. Let me reiterate, you guys have been amazing in having the show run very smoothly. I personally have not had a very good day, and you guys are very easily doing a great job at changing that for me tonight with how awesome and how like on point you guys have been. So the glazing is over. You guys are still a bunch of fucking crackhead trolls, and I don't trust most of you, but you guys have like really given me just a little bit of faith in humanity tonight.
How about this venue, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Todd Grisham, and we are live.
Nap in chat
It's Roy
saying that there's a little bit of drama behind this one. Let's see.
An
Oh,
open-air
excuse me.
outdoor stadium. What a venue for this contest. You can tell both of these fighters are
This was
exuding
supposed to be
confidence as they
Eagle,
touch gloves.
but
And here we
Coxie
go.
has stepped in as a late, very late replacement. But nonetheless, we are here for it because Coxie is a absolute warrior, I believe.
bell to start the
Now
round.
hold on, in the midst of all of this
Swing and a
happening,
miss with that jab.
I believe Coxie is a champion in other leagues. I'm sure chat can get me up to date on exactly where he's champ, but I believe he just won a title in another league, in another
Counterfighter
undisputed league.
relies a lot on their instincts
but
and reaction time. You've
either
got to
way.
get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Either way, we're starting off this fight strong with a lot of body shots down low. Coxie is the VFL champ, says Verse in chat. Thank you, Verse. Coxie VFL champ as a late replacement here in Total Conflict tonight, saving this fight, I think being the only replaced fight here so far tonight. So you guys are doing a great job at being here and being on time. I said the glazing was over. I said I was done. But minute 20 left on the first round, and both guys, it looks like they're taking their time trying to find their distance. A couple body shots down low lands for Coxie's opponent. I gotta get back to the TC Undisputed.
Unlucky to miss with that jab.
Okay, here we go.
He misses with that jab.
Ooh, a nice couple jabs there for Coxie. And some
Missed
nice
with that
movement there
jab.
from Quan. Now, if I remember correctly,
You know the
oh,
scorecards
the
are gonna
pug.
be all
Okay, yes,
over the
that.
place
Thank
in this
you,
one.
the pug. That is what I was thinking of. Pug says Coxie is also the UFL champ. Oh my God! Oh, that was so foul from Coxie. Jesus Christ! That's what I was thinking of, Pug. Thank you. Coxie, I believe, recently won the UFL championship. So, you know, an excellent fighter within Coxie and an excellent boxer. So obviously a performance, one to be enjoyed, is what we should most likely expect from Coxie. However, I don't know what the fuck is going on here with the stream, but could be my internet. It happens at least once a
Every
stream.
time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right
But
back.
I don't know what is happening. Maybe somebody can educate me on like what these like little buff icons mean over Roy Jones Jr.'s name.
Both
He's
men
got
step
two
back for just
gooses,
a
somebody
moment.
shouting, and a Kamehameha. I don't know what's happening there. But
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action
oh,
here.
big body shot missed for Quan, but he's able to get him again.
Nice
Saj
counter
says
shot.
that they are perks. Oh, okay. That's weird that they. Okay,
When
whatever.
you're at such
That's
a
weird that
reach
they show up.
disadvantage, you've got to find a way to
Oh,
work
you guys
on the
can't see
inside.
them. You can't see them because of the commentary. Okay, all right. That's all right. That's just
Perfect
weird that they
counter
look
shot.
like geese. Oh, for the loosey goosey. Oh, really?
won't
That's
score.
why. That's. Oh, wow. All right. I forgot
They both want the
what we're
knockout.
dealing with here. 20 seconds left on the clock of this second round between Quan and
No
Coxie.
rest for the weary.
So
Very
far, a
competitive
very
round
technical
with 10
fight.
seconds left.
Both guys doing a good job at finding their distance and timing. Couple shots eaten there from Coxie, and it looks like both
Talk
guys
about
might
Roy
even,
Jones in that last
or at least
round.
one guy
He is
might
down big time on the score.
be starting to get a little frustrated with the footwork.
Come on, Bree.
And that's something that you find
We're
quite
hoping for an
often here
all-action
in
slugfest.
not
So
just
not the best
competition,
round, but let's see if
but
they can
in
turn
really
it
any
around
kind of
here.
competitive setting when it comes to combat games. You know, when you have one guy who's winning and knows that they're winning, and they choose to be on the back foot, boy, that gets annoying. But it's part of the game. It's part of the game. As Versatile would say, game is game. But here we are in the third round. I knew it was the third round. It like glitched out for a moment. But here we're on the third round, minute 50 on the clock. Both guys still really kind of taking their time, choosing their shots. Coxie with a shot down low and then return from Quan. Coxie with his back up against the ropes, very much on the back foot here tonight, staying behind the jab very well. Body shot down low, traded back and forth between both guys, but big shot over the top. Oh, lands and starts a big moment there for Coxie, but able to recover very quickly is Quan. Not something outside expectation there for Quan. Couple jabs up top, lands for Coxie. Coxie doing a good job at using a extremely tall fighter as best as possible. Really staying on the outside and really sticking behind that jab. Not letting his opponent get too close or within a danger zone to him. Coxie very much feeling like he is in control of this fight, and basically with his footwork telling his opponent that he's going to have to come after him, because Coxie feels like he's been landing most damage, and the judges feel the same way so far. Coming off strong in the fourth round is Quan, digging in a big shot to the body, and Quan may have just felt like that potentially could win him the round if we're going to take pop shots all night, then let's go point for point, I guess. A little bit of lag there, but we get through it, and we are moving on with the rest of the fight. 2:10 on the clock of this fourth round. Oh, big shots are missed from both guys. I don't know what that was. I'm hearing shit now. Oh, couple jabs up top. Coxie still doing a good job at, keeping this fight in his name and doing it in a very, like, doctorate way. My goodness. Just about any time he throws a jab, it's going to land, so he's doing very well at his timing and precision. Looks like Quan is having a difficult time catching his man, and this is quickly turning into another game of how effective are you at cutting off the ring. Because if you're not effective and you're losing the fight, you can't allow yourself to get frustrated. It's not going to help you. And we see it time and time again. I am surprised every day when we see it that people don't learn from it. But a couple jabs landed through the block, and a nice little ducking body shot landed there for Quan. Quan needs to keep this up. Yes, it seems frustrating, but you're doing a good job when you do decide to cut off the ring and you start landing these body shots. Oh, and a nice hook over the top there for Quan. you know, you got to, you know, if I was Quan, you got to keep in mind that, like, most of the shots that he's landing are just jabs. They're not really super powerful shots. They're not shots that are going to knock you out. So, you know, if you can cut the ring off, you know, just start throwing everything at him. You're going to pop him, dude. I don't know. I'm sure someone in chat would be like, that's fucking dumb. But that's just how I feel about this fight. Because Coxie is doing very good at playing a tall, defensive fight. So, oh, nice counter body shot landed there for Quan. Quan trying to double up on it, but that might not be smart. Just because you had success the first time doesn't mean it's going to happen again so quickly. You got to give it, you got to give these things time to roast and, you know, stir and marinate, and, you know, and then you go back and, you know, have another crack at it. But you can't do it back to back. The movement is really trying to be mixed up a little bit there for Quan, trying to do anything he can. Another quick little counter body shot there for Quan, and Quan, oh my goodness, big overhand shot. Coxie lands in the last moment, but that was a, albeit maybe not a successful round for Quan, a much better round so far. But here we are in round 6, 2 more rounds to go, and so far this could very easily be Coxie's fight. Now, it's hard to tell of what the judges are always going to count more on. You know, some are going to count more counter shots, some are going to count more for damage, but, you know, chances are Coxie has been single-handedly and genuinely single-handedly winning this fight, just straight up off the jab alone. Jab into the lead hook to the body lands for Coxie. Coxie, another lead body hook dug to the body. Oh, and a nice little counter body hook for Quan, and another one down low for Quan. Quan doing a good job at getting some shots to the body when he's able to cut off the ring, but Coxie is so smart and elegant with his footwork that it is not giving Quan that much of a window to find success. Quan throwing a couple shots there, and really only 1 or 2 landing before Coxie's out of danger. Yeah, Naps is in chat saying, bros, still got 100 stamina. I imagine both guys are relatively in the same state when it comes to stamina. I mean, you know, both guys haven't. I mean, I would say Quan has probably thrown more power shots and probably more exhausting shots and whiffed more, but I mean, they're whiffing jabs. Like,
talk about Roy Jones in that last round.
They're not, you know, especially Coxie. Coxie is very diligent and completely across the board. A 60-54 fight still in the works. This is insane. Yes, yeah, that's true. Power shots do cost less stamina than non-power, which is crazy. But I would, I'd be willing to guess that there's probably on the fight stats not going to be a lot of power shots that have been recorded in this fight. Maybe I'm wrong, but oh, beautiful two-piece counter there for Coxie. A jab and then a lead body hook, both of which were counter shots. That was beautiful. A nice little counter hook to the body responded by Quan. Coxey doing a great job with a little under a minute on the clock and proving exactly why he is UFL's PlayStation champion right now. His jab game is so strong. If this game doesn't go crossplay, I can't understand why anyone would hate money that much. Well, possibly setting himself up for performance of the night. Coxey has won every single round of this fight, doing very well, basically winning this entire fight off the jab, which is impressive. Not like we haven't seen it happen before in real life, but to see it happen in-game I'm impressed by it. Maybe some of you guys who have been watching Undisputed fights a lot longer than me probably have seen it happen before, but Coxey doing very well here tonight. Nice little body shot. Coxey finding so much success with the jab up top and the body shot down low. It is a classic boxing combo 101, and he has been landing it with ease here tonight. Oh, big shot over the top there for Coxey. Coxey finally starting in the very last round to open up a little bit, possibly starting to use a little bit more than his jab, looking for those counter shots. Another jab body hook landing for Coxey. Coxey starting to overwhelm his opponent now. A minute on the clock in this last round, and Quan is not getting privy to giving up. He is still in this fight and throwing back, moving his head, moving his feet. He's in danger. Quan's in danger. Coxey's all over him, throwing everything. Quan throwing back, putting himself at risk.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come to me.
And while Quan's able to get back to his feet, is he going to be able to come back in this fight? Unfortunately, I don't think so. Well, certainly not with only a couple seconds left on the clock. But amazing performance from the one and only NM Coxey, proving that he is championship quality once again. Oh wow, this fight was outside. Well, judges scorecards. Wow, I can't talk. Judges scorecards across the board vote in the favor of Coxey. Coxey doing an excellent job, stepping up as a late replacement and saving this fight and really putting on a amazing performance. Coxey, if you can we see the you know, all the other stuff, all the other stats and everything, because I'd like to see like how many power shots were thrown in this fight, just because we were talking about like stamina and how everyone had 100% stamina. So let's see, power punches. It didn't look like there was that much. I mean, it was only there for a moment, but it didn't look like there was that many power punches that were thrown, unfortunately. Let's see. Oh, okay, wait. Let's see, power punches 4 to 21. So that's not bad. That's not bad. That's pretty good. Okay, well, thank you once again, Coxey, and congratulations to Coxey on a excellent performance. But with that said, hold, pause. I'm getting... Oh, wait, no, that's for the MMA side of things. Okay, never mind. With that said, we are moving on from NM Coxey and Quan to the very last main card fight before moving into our co-main and main event. We are going to move into the Doctor versus Kieran, I believe. It says Crow here, but I think that's Kieran. But we'll just call him Crow. So Crow versus Prime Times Only the Doctor. And let's go ahead. These guys are indeed lobbied up and are indeed ready to throw down for you. The Doctor with Bo and Kieran with Usyk. Kieran coming in with a 0-8, absolutely abysmal in-game record, completely questionable as to whether or not he's going to put on a good performance here tonight. He will obviously do his best, as we expect from him, and the Doctor looking to put on a great fight here for you tonight to finish off our main card before getting into JJ Turner and NM Proxer, and then eventually your main event, ZedR and Donny. Both co-main and main are going to be PlayStation and PC title fights respectively, both of which fights, like I said, been in the works for a moment, and really some fights that we should all be looking forward to. But before we get there, the Doctor versus Kieran Crow. Immediately coming out, two very large heavyweights, and taking their time, switching stance is Crow, going into orthodox position. Oh, and a couple hooks land up top for the Doctor early on in this round. 2 minutes still in this round on the clock. And Doctor landing a couple hooks up top that, really left Crow just kind of sitting there, in some muddied water. But what is happening? Okay. Possibly some. Okay. All right. Listen. I know someone in chat is gonna get mad at me, but I just realized the connection bars at the top, and I realized that they don't have really any connection bars. So, this might make for possibly a laggy fight. I don't know. Every now and then we come across this, especially on Undisputed cards, where fights look fucking janky. I don't know what's happening here. I don't know what's going on here. Looks like these guys, they have to also be experiencing whatever it is that we're seeing, because there's some very strange weirdness that's happening. Crow just kind of occasionally stopping moving and not blocking anymore. I don't know what's Kieran is are you experiencing lag? What's happening here? Doctor says that he's fine. And it looks like that from Doctor's end. I mean, because Doctor will just stand there and be like, what the fuck? And then he just starts hitting a dude who's not doing anything. But then it looks like Kieran's probably dealing with something.
Every time he takes a big deep breath, bang one downstairs. Just keep on top of him. Don't let him get back into the fight. On his last legs. Don't let him back into the fight. It's now important now. Whacking into the body. Keep taking away that air. Back.
Yeah, odd indeed, but here we are moving into the second round. And both guys trying to do, or in the very least, Kieran trying to do what he can to get through this muddy water that he seems to be in, trying to cover up and survive and also get something out as well. Big shots over the top for Doctor landing, and it seems like Doctor is just timing every time Kieran drops his block. Oh, and possibly... Oh, okay, never mind. I was going to say maybe Kieran is giving up and taunting, trying to find a early knockout for Doctor, but still throwing in the midst of it. Possibly a quick little, misclick. But Kieran now hurt with a big shot, and my goodness, Doctor hurts him once again with big hooks. Digging down low and up top, hurts him again, does Doctor. In a bad position as Kieran dropped. Kieran working to get back to his feet very easily. He does. Let's see if anything changes for the rest of this round. 55 seconds left on the clock as Kieran gets back to his feet. Not a lot of movement from Kieran. Probably a little trepidatious to even continue this fight. In chat saying that the taunt was a little bit of a misclick. Whoops. Says he's trying to figure out how to feint. Kieran, if you can hear, which it sounds like you can. Oh my goodness, big shots landed for Kieran. Hurts his opponent in the very last final moments of the round. Doctor was really struggling to keep aware. Kieran is in chat asking or trying to figure out how to feint. Doctor says that you cannot feint. I was told that you can. Yeah, Donny's in chat responding saying that you can by using the left D-pad before you throw your feint. Yeah, from what I understand, feinting in this game, because of the control mapping, is like goofy and fucking not like proper. So good luck feinting, unfortunately. That's probably not something that you would have wanted to learn in the midst of competition, but here we are, 2 minutes on the clock of this third round, and possibly, perhaps the connection has kind of maybe managed to unfuck itself, and it looks like Kieran might be back in it a little bit. Never mind, I take it all back. Kieran is getting popped. My goodness, Doctor is having a huge amount of success this fight. Big shots over the top for Doctor. Doctor up close and personal with the uppercuts. Trying to throw one more on for the way down for good luck, but my goodness. Kieran finding himself having to get back up to his feet for another time here tonight. And as his opponent comes forward, oh my god, there's nothing even I can say because Kieran is hurt big time with these shots and just eating shot after shot. And Doctor finally goes low to drop Kieran again in the same round, and Kieran has had enough. He will not even bother trying to get back to his feet, and he is done. Doctor, congratulations as you move away from this fight with a tremendous victory. Quite possibly, maybe even the fastest fight in Total Conflict Undisputed history. But you know, like these things are the way they are. It is what it is. But congratulations to Doctor. Personally, I always love seeing the Doctor. Oh, turn the stream volume down. You got to tell me that in chat. I can't see Discord and chat and OBS and all this other shit all at the same time. So notifications like that don't get seen, unfortunately. Sorry. I will try to keep that in mind as we move into the co-main event, because that is what is next. After the Doctor and Kieran Crow, we are moving into the PlayStation title fight between JJ Turner and NM Proxer. NM Proxer also teammates with NM Coxey, so we are looking forward to watching both of these guys put on a spectacular performance. Both guys are lobbied up and ready to go, so let's go ahead and move on over to some of the fights that most people are looking forward to. I don't know, JJ, I don't know what you, oh. I can't believe that got filtered out. That's so funny. Okay. Okay, when you guys write Coxey's name, you gotta add the Y, or else it tries to filter out, because it thinks that you're just trying to write the word cock in a funny way. Or shit.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I don't know.
My name is Todd Grisham.
Okay.
Alongside me,
anyway,
champion Johnny Nelson.
That's really funny. JJ said me, Cox, and Prox are all teammates, but because he wrote COX as Cox and not Y, COXY, it like hit it. It's hidden. I don't know if you can all see his comment, but that's really funny to me. But anyway, skipping past as many of these intros and walkouts as we can, we are opening up the co-main event, the first of 12 rounds for this PlayStation title. And oh my goodness, yeah, let me go ahead and turn down that audio a little bit. Holy shit. Or maybe I'll just turn up my mic a little. No, I shouldn't turn up my mic. That's a bad idea. That's a bad idea. All right, this is I feel like this is a little bit of a wider angle than what we're used to seeing. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm just here doing my best. Let's see. I'm getting more notifications in. Okay, no, nothing. Title fights are now live. Yes, they most certainly are. Man, this card has been awesome tonight, man. You guys have delivered in a huge way. Coxey with his near flawless performance, and then now you have you know, two guys who are throwing down in a big way for a big opportunity to claim the PlayStation title for the first time, the first PlayStation title at Total Conflict Undisputed. So both these guys, while teammates JJ and Proxer, or maybe JJ's not NN, but JJ said that they all like work together. Oh yeah, he says they're all teammates. You know, with teammates, it often lends itself to having a better fight because both guys are more aware of each other and their behaviors and their patterns. So really, not only was this a fight to look forward to, but quite frankly, it has only amplified itself to, you know, make it that much more of an exciting fight. So a little bit back and forth in the chat, but that's okay. You know, it's all love, and we are here in the second round of this PlayStation title fight. JJ versus Proxer, and both guys doing very well at showing that, you know, they know a lot about each other and their opponent in front of them. Oh, a nice couple jabs there from Proxer. JJ doing a good job on the back step. JJ Like I've said before, and I'll say it again, he's done a great job both in Undisputed and the MMA side of things here in Total Conflict, having a lot of success both ways, and having a lot of excellent moments in both sports. So to see him here in a title fight is 100% within the expectation of what he's capable of, but a huge momentous obstacle in the way with NM Proxer in an effort to get that PlayStation title. Let me just know if audio needs to be adjusted. I think it does. I think it needs to be a little bit more adjusted. I'm gonna go ahead and bring that down just a little bit more, and that should take care of that.
In that last round, and a round that seemed like eternity for them finally come. They ring the bell, and here we go. After that last round,
and very quickly moving on into the third round is both fighters standing directly in the middle of the ring, and both landing big shots and good accurate shots on each other. And in a fight like this, I would love to hear what people's ideas and comments are on what they think, you know, either competitor should do to find success, because quite frankly, both guys seem to have a pretty good read on each other and are doing a great job at canceling each other out and making for, albeit a slower but competitive fight. But it has suddenly turned up with a big shot from Proxer. And I am, for some reason, untying my shoelaces suddenly. I don't know why. Oh, big shot responding from JJ.
you can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in
Don't
his
mind me.
You've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic and you get desperate, you make mistakes.
Oh, nice little jab counter there from JJ. JJ still doing a good job, for the most part, at staying on the bicycle and, you know, keeping those legs moving. Definitely going to need a lot more of that, though, I feel.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left.
Well, good even fight between both guys so far.
Forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You
I mean,
cannot afford to lose it.
I wish we had predictions, because I'd love to know what people are thinking about this fight so far. Judges so far are scoring it in Proxer's way, but very close fight, and frankly could be changed at any moment.
Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab, be smart and pop.
Oh, a nice little left hook over the top, but oh, body shots are ripped to Proxer's body. Oh, and the jab, straight jab to JJ's face lands.
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk?
Oh, both guys trading big shots up top.
Another skin, if you can still get calm, so you've got to go for those front areas over the
Oh, and as this fight goes on, we are definitely going to see both of these guys start to open up and be more comfortable at getting big shots in and, you know, obviously eating shots in the process. So, you know, this fight, 12 rounds are on schedule for this title fight, but it's possible we don't even go all 12.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now
Minute on the clock in this 4th round. Both guys still working diligently. Nice little hook up top for Proxer. Proxer really leaning into that left hook, into that, excuse me, lead hook. I mean, yeah, it's a lead hook, so it's a right hook because he's southpaw. But yeah, that lead hook is something that Proxer is really finding a lot of success with. So he's been throwing it a lot tonight, and he's going to continue throwing it as he continues finding success. You know, and this is smart IQ from Proxer. Proxer sees that JJ is circling away from Proxer's power hand, so he's setting him up with the hook, with the lead hook. So, you know, JJ needs to become aware of that, and while he's moving into that hook hand, he maybe needs to add a little bit of head movement, maybe a jab or a straight right, you know, because as you move into your southpaw opponent's jab, you're basically moving yourself into the right hand and your power hands. So it could potentially set JJ up for a big shot. Oh, but JJ eats a big shot of his own, stunning him for a moment. Unfortunately, Proxer was not able to capitalize too much on it. A little over 2 minutes left in this 5th round. Oh, and big shots traded from both guys, up high and down low. Oh!
Swing and a miss with that jab. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
So close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Oh my God, and like trains colliding in the center of the ring. When these guys meet, it is fireworks and war. Oh, the body shot. Oh my God. Proxer is going to find JJ looking up at the lights here in a moment if he keeps landing combos like that. And a nice 1-2 there from Proxer. Proxer still throwing those shots. 15 seconds on the clock. And looks like Proxer's looking to take the rest of that little time left off. Maybe keep himself safe and give him some time to recover a little bit. But both guys throwing caution into the wind in the final moments of that round and continuing to throw. We're moving on into the halfway point of this fight. And Donny in chat saying, great fight this is. And yes, it most certainly is. This has been an excellent technical fight. And as I said, as the fight goes into the later rounds, we're going to start to see these guys open up, and a big straight right for Proxer as he's switched stances now into the orthodox stance, having fought southpaw all fight.
It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics sometimes to outbox them.
And JJ is going to need to start, you know, maybe changing things up a little bit, because I feel like at this point, Proxer has been winning. Oh, nice little counter shot over the top there for JJ. But I feel like Proxer overall has been winning this fight. I'm most likely wrong. Much like Donny in chat, I would also be very interested in seeing the scorecards, and I believe after this round we will. But, you know, what it once was as a back and forth fight earlier on, this could potentially be a fight that I believe, potentially, maybe, Proxer might be running away with.
Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
Oh, big shot over the top there for JJ. 30 seconds on the clock left in this 6th round. Oh, over the top for Proxer. Oh, and another lead hook lands.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go.
And while JJ has been very active and on the back foot, very active with the footwork, Proxer is taking a page out of his book and not only landing big shots, but then, you know, keeping the momentum of the fight in his way by, you know, retreating and resetting. And Proxer's doing an excellent job here tonight. So is JJ. But my goodness, I have it all wrong. JJ is the one who is winning here tonight, and he's been winning the past couple rounds. So here we are in round 7 with JJ very much in the lead so far. Much like Donny says, it is a close fight and could change, especially now that Proxer's aware that he's behind on the scorecards. This is the moment that we could see these guys start to open up. JJ definitely going to have to be much more defensively sound if he wants to continue having the lead, but Proxer is going to open up and start to really throw everything he can in at least a very much analytical way that this fight has taken place so far. But Proxer's really going to need a lot more activity. Big shots, big hooks, a lot of activity so far from Proxer. He's doing a good job at trying to get this round back and get this fight back in his favor. But, you know, he shouldn't start to panic and, you know, overthink things too much. You know, you've got a lot of rounds in front of you, so you have plenty of time. Let it come to you. You know, you got to, you know, increase the volume just a little bit, not a lot, just a little, you know. Nice little 1-2 there from Proxer. Able to avoid most of JJ's shots there.
Neither fighter willing to slow down.
Couple 1-2s traded back and forth from each guy. Oh my goodness! Proxer is might. Oh man, I thought for a moment he was gonna knock JJ down, but man, what a huge shot landed for Proxer in these final seconds of the round that, you know, I don't know how these judges score this or how they look at fights, but if all they're going to remember is the last 10 seconds, they sure as shit just scored it for Proxer. With title implications on the line, this fight has been a very close fight so far. Both guys doing excellent work. JJ so far possibly still in the lead, but having led this fight up until the last round. Big shots landed over the top there for Proxer. Proxer doing his best to start taking this fight back in his name, and he's got plenty of time to do it. Big shots still being landed for Proxer. JJ trying to keep his man on the outside and at the end of his punches. Proxer trying to find a little bit of success with big shots. 1:50 on the clock. Still with 4 more rounds left after this. Punches on the block does Proxer. Not able to get a whole lot of damage off. Oh, big shot whiff there from JJ. Super telegraphed overhand was missed there and paid for. Another big shot planted on JJ's face. And Proxer doing an excellent job stepping with JJ as he stepped back with the jab to the body. Could have been huge shots that would have landed there for Proxer, but still overall excellent timing there.
That jab misses. You know the scorecards are going to be
Oh my goodness, and in the last couple seconds as Proxer takes a step back, he's able to lure JJ in just long enough to get a nice little counter shot off.
Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. He is down big time on the score.
Is Coxie still in chat? Coxie, are you here? Can you explain to us why Proxer keeps doing that? Why in the last like 10 seconds he takes a step back? I've noticed that every single round he does that. I'm just curious.
How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your
Big
head
power
goes
shot
again.
there,
Your legs
missed
come back again. Because
from
if you
JJ.
don't, he's gonna pop you off.
And it's still a good opportunity, or excuse me, a good chance that that JJ is still in the lead of this fight.
Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some
8 rounds are in the history books for this PlayStation title.
Do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Oh, big straight right there lands for JJ.
men step back for just a moment.
Jabs traded from both fighters.
You don't want to trade shots. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong. You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer. They are not going to move. But then I've seen some
Oh, a
guys
nice little
with
body shot
a
there
chin right
for Proxer.
as soon as you touch them, they're gone.
You can see Proxer's stamina is really suffering as this fight goes on, but it is obviously much later in the fight. Now that we are in the 9th round, the latest round that we have seen any fight go so far, obviously because they've all been 8 rounds up until now, but still.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go.
Proxer doing a good job with the footwork, staying on the outside and avoiding damage. Not able to land too much in these last couple seconds, and really on the footwork now in these last couple rounds.
Can't win on the scorecards, gonna need a knockout.
Still left up on the card tonight is your main event, ZedR versus Donny. Yes. Sorry, I like scrolled up too far and I was like, wait, what? It's been changed? No, it hasn't. It hasn't been changed. But ZedR versus Donny for the PC title fight happening shortly after this fight. And it looks like, according to the judges' scorecards, Proxer is in position to steal this fight away after having lost most of the first half of it. He has seemingly put himself in a position to take it back.
Great to expect high level footwork and hand speed, and that's what we're getting here this afternoon. Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
So one who draws first blood card. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be honest. You've got to be confident.
Oh, excuse me. It looks like JJ is really in the mindset of trying to plant that straight right power shot down the center. It looks like he's really invested in getting that one done, but it has not done well for him, at least for the last round and a half. Proxer really privy to the idea, landing a straight left down the pipe of his own.
Big whip with the right hook.
Proxer's doing an excellent job. Much like Verse said in chat, he has done very well at making adjustments throughout this fight to make the fight more in his favor. Man, JJ has no response for Proxer's lead right hooks. He's doing great. And then obviously Proxer doing a great job at then moving JJ into his power shot. This is very easily becoming visible why Proxer is running away with this fight.
One-sided 3 minutes, we just saw it.
So they don't get complacent. You think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
We're hoping for an all-action
Here we are, 11 out of 12 rounds, and once again, coming out strong from both guys. A big power shot down the middle from Proxer again. Those straight left hands are going to end up causing JJ to be on the receiving end of them, but man, does he land a big hook over the top that hurts Proxer. Proxer able to recover and land a little bit of damage himself. But is that going to play an effect on his game plan? That big shot landed early in this round for JJ. Proxer still all over JJ, not really giving him an opportunity to land too much because, man, he's really planting shots into him. JJ looks completely lost out there now. It really does look like Proxer has JJ's timing down to a T. JJ, oh, big shot over the top. JJ says, watch this if you don't think I can tag him. Oh my God. Ugh. 20 seconds left in this 11th round. Proxer still heavy on the output. And now that we are going to be moving into the final round, this could be the moment where both guys really open up and try and take this fight home with a big knockdown. Both guys rush to the center of the ring, and a jab hurts Proxer for a moment, but Proxer is able to return fire in a big way.
Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won the hands down.
Oh man, both guys are really trying to take advantage of how much time they have left on the clock in this round. 2:20 left, and both guys are trying to find an answer to bring home the PlayStation title. And Proxer is just the overwhelming output from Proxer is really putting JJ in a tough position. He has had a huge puzzle in front of him in the shape and form of Proxer and not being able to manipulate or solve this puzzle. Still on the movement is JJ. Oh man, but goodness, Proxer really does have JJ's timing figured out. Every time JJ tries to open up, Proxer has an answer for it, so I feel like JJ really needed something different this fight, and unfortunately Proxer just had figured him out too quickly. Oh, the counter lead hook. Oh my goodness. Oh, the uppercut. Oh! Oh my God! With seconds left on the clock, JJ is down. And this could completely have taken the fight from JJ, and Proxer could have been and is declared champion. Total Conflicts PlayStation champion. Wow. What a fight. Back and forth. Look how close this fight was. Wow. Wow. Only here. Only at Total Conflict. You can't tell me otherwise. Unbelievable. 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 I can't wait for the replay for that fight. My goodness. Wow. Wow. Congratulations to NM Proxer becoming Total Conflict's first undisputed PlayStation champion. What a fight. That's a fight for the history books. Well, the excitement's not going to stop there, everyone. We have one last fight for you that, quite frankly, I mean, while this last fight may be, you know, well, NM Proxer and JJ may be a difficult fight to top, I think that out of all of them, I think this is the one that could potentially top it. While that's a tall order, this could be it. ZedR versus Donny. Both guys have been completely some of the most tenacious and versatile and ruthless competitors here at Total Conflict Undisputed. Donny being some of the most accurate and well-adjusted and competitive players here at Total Conflict, very much well deserving of the opportunity for a PC title. ZedR in a very similar fashion. The man cannot be stopped, and he is relentless in his own efforts. Both of these fighters are lobbied up, and without further ado, we're going to move it on over to them and get this main event going, because while this has been a long card, it's been a great card, y'all, and I am so excited for you all to be here and enjoy this fight here with me, because this fight is something I'm looking forward to. 74-33-3 is the in-game record for ZedR, 23-0 for Donny. PC title implications on the line, and we have this exciting fight ready to start for you. I was about to say, never mind, we got disconnected, but no, just the controller. Let's go ahead and let's see. Oh, why is this muted? That's weird. I don't know why that was muted. That was strange. Sorry to ruin the main event opening there for you, but here we go. Donny, Donny to the left, ZedR to the right of your screen. Both guys standing immediately in the center and trading already in this first round. I think they forgot they have 12 because they are going directly straight into the fire between both these guys. No movement. These guys are standing on business. My God. There must have been a gentleman's agreement backstage, because these guys are here for war. I feel like I have to go into the fight chat during this, because my God, what is happening between these guys? Oh my God. Oh, is Donny hurt? Oh, Donny's hurt. Oh, he's trying to find himself a moment to recover. Oh, and he hits him with a huge shot. Oh my God, both guys trading big shots in this first round. Oh, Donny responding with huge shots. Oh my God, and these guys are fighting like it's a prelim, like there are no title implications at all. These guys are throwing with reckless abandon. Like stamina is on infinite. Oh, big shots are planted in Donny's face, and this has not changed anyone's game plan. Both guys throwing big shots until the very last moment of the round. I can't keep up, dude. This is madness. Y'all are gonna kill me. Oh, big shot still being landed. Oh, and ZedR's hurt. Oh my god, all the wild, reckless throwing is putting both guys at danger. And I think, for as long as this fight goes on, the longer it goes, the more these guys are going to start to turn war into chess. Man, I'm legit dying. I'm dying. Ugh. Holy shit. Oh my god. Man. Now they're starting to slow the pace down a little bit. Still nice little counter shot there from Donny. Oh, nice. Another jab counter from Donny. Both guys doing a good job. ZedR is known for, despite being able to knock him down, it is almost near impossible to knock him out. He'll get up 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times. It doesn't matter how many times you knock him down. He does the impossible. But will it be enough of an attitude and enough durability to survive this pace? Because these guys are throwing down. Oh. Oh my god. I don't know how we're going into the third round, but here we are, the third of 12, and if it sees the light of day of a 12th round, I might even retire, because this will probably go down as the greatest opportunity to commentate ever in my career. Oh, big shots. Still both standing in the center of the ring, throwing shots. No one cares if they get hit. No one cares if they go down. They just want to put on a fight. Ah! Oh, man. Oh, nice little counter uppercut there. Both guys still working behind the jab a little bit. Donny, I would say, a little bit more than Zed. I appreciate you guys, like, turning down the volume a little bit, because fuck, I literally could not say shit. Oh, and a sneaky little counter uppercut. He didn't get the counter window there from ZedR, but definitely landed with the uppercut. And he's sneaking those uppercuts in at any moment. Excuse me, Donny's gonna get nailed by one, and it could call it lights out. Man. Absolute insanity between both competitors so far. Man, I'm fucking dying. Fuck it. I don't even care. I've been trying to hide a fucking pimple on my head for the whole stream. I don't even care if you guys see it anymore. Fuck it. I'm dying with that shit. But anyway. Yeah, much like Deafman said, I can't believe that, that this fight has made it this far, or if it continues to go on. I mean, these guys have definitely started to slow down the pace, I mean, significantly since, the opening round. I think both guys probably decided that, you know, let's either live or die by the sword, but, you know, I guess both guys weren't willing to keep the pace up the entire time, which I don't blame them. It's kind of so difficult to keep that up. I mean, look at Donny's stamina. You gotta imagine that that's also reflective to Zed as well, because both guys were matching energy, but both guys are still back in it. Something has been reignited in the both of them as they both swing for the fences in the middle of the ring. Still a high and difficult pace being set from both competitors. I think we got to see a little bit of a meme in the first round, just with how much they were just standing and trading. Surprisingly, neither fighter fell. I don't understand how that didn't happen, but obviously a little bit more strategy and self-preservation, you know, is in mind now. As these rounds go on, you know, there is still a PC title on the line, so this is something to think about, you know, like what you're fighting for. Nice little lead hook into a straight right landed there from Donny. Another overhand right lands for Donny. Oh, and Donny eats a big body shot in response. Got a minute 20 left on the clock in this fifth round. Could potentially, I don't see how, but it could potentially go all 12 rounds. This is not the same fight that we saw for the co-main, although it does seem like it's kind of settling more into a pace like that. But the first 4 rounds was something else, man. That was madness. You know, I said that that NM Proxer and JJ Turner was gonna have to be topped, and this was the fight to do it. Well, I'm sorry, I kind of fucking called it. Like, these guys delivered on topping the co-main event, because holy shit, that was mental. But here we are going into the 6th round very quickly. No rest for the weary. Getting right back into it. Looks like both guys are trying to build a foundation off of the rubble of whatever's left after those 4 rounds, the first 4. And really trying to get things going behind that jab for both guys. But nice little jab and then sneaky lead hook there for Zed. Both guys doing a good job with their footwork now, like a man head movement from both gentlemen. Nice shots being countered and landed from both guys. It's hard to even specifically name what punches and by who is landing. You can see it, obviously, but goodness, these guys have gone from going to reckless abandon and caution into the wind to a much more calculated, strategic approach from both competitors. So you gotta respect that both guys have the capacity of doing. You know, both playing both roles, you know. And Zed is really getting that jab going now in this 6th round. Oh, a nice counter uppercut there from Donny. Oh, and both guys are countering well upstairs, back and forth. Oh, big shots landed for Zed. Oh my goodness, that was probably the most impactful Zed has been against Donny tonight. Even during all of that war for the first 4 rounds, that was probably the biggest moment there for Donny. Or excuse me, for Zed. Donny very much in the lead on the judges' scorecards so far. PC title looking to be in his favor, but like we've seen before, these judges' scorecards often light a fire under people's asses, and a big shot lands over the top there for Zed. Zed still looking for an opportunity to find himself in position to call himself the PC title holder. 2 minutes on the clock in the 7th round of this very last fight of TC Undisputed 1. Donny is looking absolutely exhausted out there, probably regretting so much stamina depletion and exposure in those earlier rounds. A big shot over the top lands for Donny, puts Zed on notice. 45 seconds on the clock of the 7th round. Donny really putting himself at a handicap with this stamina problem. Because it really does not look like Zed is suffering the same way. Oh, big shot over the top for Donny. Donny with a huge shot over the top. Oh, and he's getting countered. Both guys throwing, and Zed is down. Oh my goodness. At the very end of the round, Zed has found himself staring up at the lights. Oh, does he have the automatic get up? There was no game played, right? There was no, like, mini game there? What happened? Oh, wait, is it because he's not streaming? Oh, that's right. I'm an idiot. I don't even know. But either way, that was a big round. Definitely stolen, despite already being in the lead for Donny. That makes a huge mark for Donny, and Zed is really going to have to use that stamina advantage that he very much so clearly has to start cutting off the ring and digging into Donny, because this is not where he wants to be. Huge shots landed for Donny, and he's dropped his man again. This is why Donny has found himself in position to be the PC title holder. Even in the most dire, unforgiving situations, Donny finds himself in the fire and finding success. Yeah, much like Deafman says in chat, Zed has the stamina advantage and Donny has got the health advantage. It's a absolute chess war between these guys, and he could not have said it any better. Still plenty of rounds to go, and I think ultimately that could play in Zed's favor Donny really doing a much better job at holding the pace and keeping patient. Really getting Zed to throw a lot, and Donny's doing a good job at avoiding, but this is exactly, oh my goodness. I was going to say that's exactly where Zed wants Donny to be. He needs to get Donny in a corner, but then he needs to cut that corner off. That's what he's doing wrong. He's not cutting that corner off. He's getting Donny in a corner, and then Donny immediately gets out of there with a stepping hook, and it typically is hurting Zed in a big way. Zed is wasting so much stamina and so much of what he's got left in the tank to hurt Donny when Donny's in a bad position like a corner, that he leaves himself open for Donny to hit him with big shots despite the stamina disadvantage. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Zed looking up at the lights once again, getting back to his feet. Is he going to be able to do it in time? Yes, he does. You can't count this man out. Zed will get back to his feet again and again and again. There is no stopping him. You legitimately have to kill him. Despite being knocked down as many times as he has tonight, Zed is still marching forward with shots. Donny, although playing with an excellent poker face, is definitely not in the position that he wants to call safe. Big shots landed for Zed. Zed, he needs to take his time and pick his shots, and he still could find success. It being only the 9th of 12 rounds, he could find a lot of success here picking his shots well. Oh my God, Donny with a big shot, and he could land. Oh my goodness, and he lands to the body. Man, and Zed has gotten back to his feet once again, of absolutely no surprise to anyone at all at this point. And we move out of the 9th round. Nobody knows how, but we are going into the 10th round, and my goodness. This is a title fight. Oh my God, the scorecards are madness. Zed absolutely needs a knockout, no questions asked, in order to win this fight now. He is starting to pick up the pace like it's round 1 again. Oh my goodness, a nice little combo up top is landed for Zed, but Zed is hurt again. Oh, and the body shot crumples him. I'm not going to say it. Yes, there is. Yeah, you guys don't understand when I say that there's no quit in Zed. This is what keeps this man up and going, is that there is no quit in him. You can knock him down, but you can't knock him out. Probably one of the biggest challenges for Donny is being able to put Zed away. Zed put himself in a bad position with that overextension, and that led to a huge uppercut, and eventually the overhand right stings him on the temple and drops him again. Zed still going to do what he can to get back to his feet. Almost, but not quite. Almost got back to his feet once again. The infamous Zed doing what he does best, but unfortunately, Donny's power and tenacity was too much. Both of these titans came to a collision tonight, and Donny is your PC champion in the end with a overwhelming victory across the scorecards, probably going down in TC Undisputed's best most exciting fight in history. What a performance from both gentlemen. What a performance from Donny. And an absolute excellent fight between both guys. With that said, everyone, you already know it's been an amazing card. You all have been excellent tonight. Only one fight needed a replacement, and otherwise we had a amazing card. For all of you who have stuck around until the very end, you had an excellent night of fights, and I know that this was a very entertaining card for you. This is exactly what to expect from Total Conflict. Like I said at the beginning of this, we're everywhere you can find us. TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. You'll have full replays of tonight's card and all cards in the past on YouTube, so get over there if you're not already over there. Discord link is in the bio everywhere you go, so hop on over into the Discord if you're not already there. Anyway, congratulations to our champions, Donny and NM Proxer, on excellent fights tonight. Thank you to Verse for putting this all together, to Deathman for wrangling, and listen, you already know what it is, y'all. We'll be back on Sunday for a night of Total Conflict MMA, and then yeah, we'll see you throughout the week. So we'll be back for another Total Conflict Undisputed next Friday. And you already know what it is. Be real, be good, be real good, y'all. Peace.